Okay, first question is kind of give us a brief history of you growing up in the city of Chicago and your early influences in sports.
Um, I'm me Chicago, like you said, it's horrible. My earliest influence of an athlete or a person that I wanted to emulate was Marco Judah. He was a star athlete at East Chicago, football, basketball. He played baseball. Went to Indiana State to play ball. I liked Barry Sanders. I thought Barry Sanders was the truth. Like one of the first football games I ever saw was the Lions versus the Bears. As soon as I seen that guy run, it was like that's what I want to do. So he was one of my earliest influences. Those two were my first early.
Okay. Um, so tell us about middle school years. Did did you have any experiences in football? Was there any Pop Warner leagues, or did anybody influence you during that time?
Yeah, my first year ever playing football was in the sixth grade. I was at Franklin Elementary, and Tony Napolis and Kenny Monroe was our coaches, and those were really good guys. They were very influential in the way that I went as far as football was concerned, because coming from East Chicago, basketball is everything. And those guys opened our eyes up to another avenue, another revenue to get into, and football was, as soon as I stepped on the field, I liked it. I wasn't initially a running back at first. A lot of people don't know that. I was offensive and defensive line. Funny, I know it's true, but
Wow.
yeah, offensive defensive line. The second year I played, they decided to give me the running back position, and stuck ever since then.
Okay. So now we're heading to high school. I'll give you your thoughts on how you wanted to come in as a freshman and make an impression.
Well, I really didn't know that they were practicing just yet. I came up to the school one day. I was just trying to work out. Coach Adago saw me. He said, "Come to practice in the afternoon." I show up. They had lost Keon Jackson to graduation. He ended up going to Toledo, and they needed somebody to return kicks. So, that was something I had done since Pop Warner. So, I wanted to make an impact on special teams first to open the coach's eyes to put me out there.
So you actually played as a freshman.
Yes, I played as a
Oh,
freshman.
okay.
My third game of the season, I remember opening kickoff, 88 yards, touchdown.
Wow.
So
Wow.
like it just certain things like that, open up the doors for me.
Okay. So after a stellar, freshman year, now you turn to sophomore. Now give us your thoughts.
Sophomore year was pretty tough because my freshman year we had a lot of senior leadership, a whole bunch of senior leadership, and they graduated. We had a couple juniors who were there: Willie Frazier, Jamal Garrett. They was great guys, but we were very young as a team, so we really just had to work through it. And it was a tough season overall because we're going. I think we had one of the toughest schedules with Griffith, Portage. We played Lake Central. Like it was just a tough schedule overall, and with freshmen and sophomores and 40 some people on the team at a 5A level, that's pretty tough to win at. So it was a tough year to go through, but we had a lot of growing pains, but
Okay.
we made it.
Now I remember being, I'm a little older than you. I remember hearing the paper, hearing your name now, Sam Daniels. So now, tell us about your next 2 years as a junior and senior, where you really made an impact in the whole region and the whole state.
My junior year, my whole mindset was to just basically get better at whatever it was. Hitting the line of scrimmage, reading my blocks a little bit better, and then also just being patient. I was a little too quick, to get to the line and stuff, and also my understanding of the game expanded. So yeah, I mean it just changed a whole lot. The offense changed. Jamie Stewart was on the team. He was a deep threat. He opened up the game, the running game for us because the passing game was working. It was just a totally different thing. That was my first 1,000-yard season, so I mean, it was a lot better. Um,
Okay. So now senior year, you guys come off a good junior year. You have a whole lot of pressure on you, but now you set records senior year. Give us, your insight on going to your senior year and exactly what you did as a senior.
well, going into the season, I had no clue I was even close to a record. That's the first thing. It was a surprise to me, and throughout the whole shebang, whatever you want to call it, my eyes was never even set on that. I wanted to win the sectional championship, something that still hasn't been done in Central. Obviously, it still hasn't been done, but that was what my main focus was. So as soon as I found out that I was close to that record, I said, okay, let's go and get it. Starting in the summertime, working out twice a day, track practice at night, I mean, I went all out. I didn't even get a summer job that summer. That's how serious I was about my senior year. And by the time we got into it, I felt stronger. I felt faster. My agility was at the top. It was just crazy. You know, I put in crazy effort that summer, and I knew it was gonna help me pay off. I mean, 1946 later, you know, it really did.
Yeah. So you finished over 1,900 yards rushing, over 20 touchdowns. How do you guys finish your senior season?
7-3. The first winning season I was ever a part of at Central. The first one in like 5 years since we was there, and it was something great to be a part of, and to do it right along with the guys that we did. A lot of people were on the team from when we were smaller, and us being seniors, we were all there together, and to just see how it unwrapped, it was good. It was good to go out on a good note.
Okay. So you guys played Maryville.
Yes.
Was it sectional championship?
Sectional. It was the first game. So I never made it out the first game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was crazy like that. But we played Maryville. It was a tight game in the first half. But when you got 9 guys going both ways, at the 5A level, man, it's really not going to happen. The first half felt like the whole game. In a sense, and we ran out of gas toward the end. That was the end of it. But one great thing about it was, my brother handed me off the ball, and my last carry ever in high school, I scored a touchdown. So I think that's pretty cool.